Coming up on Centre Circle, changes coming as new football rules set to come on board in June. Hugh Menzies talks about the success of the Reggae Girls. And woman boss, or is it a man's job? There will soon be some new rules in the game of football as the International FA Board has decided to remove some grey areas. According to FIFA referee instructor Peter Prendergast, the changes are to simplify the game.
Especially for the better comprehension of the spectators. Because when it is complicated, then it is difficult for the spectators to understand. So the whole objective of the IFAB is to simplify the laws of the game so that it is easy to understand the decisions that the referees are making. This particular change is a positive one because it has to do with clarification of handball, which is a controversial topic all the time. The body language, use of the hands, that is also a very important part of understanding when, why, how. And the offside, which is under review now, the torso being the part of the body that makes you in an offside position if it's closer to the goal line than both the ball and the second to last opponent. At the moment, the ball is last played by his teammate versus a foot, because if your foot is ahead now, you're offside. Now we're looking at moving the torso, the upper part of the body, you know. So there are some changes that I think will help to better understand the decisions.
For instance, this goal by Manchester City striker Sergio Aguero to complete his hat-trick against Arsenal will not stand in the future.
So the definition of handball has not changed. This is a deliberate movement towards the ball. That won't change, okay? However, in cases where a goal may result or has resulted, where contact is made with the hand, whether deliberately or accidentally, then we're going to penalize it as an offense and award a direct free kick to the defending team in this case. So what usually happens is there's a deflection onto the hand and the player keeps possession of the ball. Even though it may not have been deliberate, it is said, well, he still benefits or she still benefits. The player still benefits by having control. No, we don't have to worry about that. Once the ball comes onto the hand in an attacking mode that could end up in a goal, then boop, we're gone uptown. Easy, easy, easy to understand.
But the unintentional handball change will not affect defenders, as play will not stop if the ball accidentally touches a defender's arm.
All right, so if it is unintentional, quote unquote, using colloquial language, meaning it's not deliberate, and the hands are saying the natural position. Normally you see defenders challenging and they do this. They are doing this to not let the ball hit the hands. But that is not normal. You challenge with the hands is for balance. So in the hands in a silhouette position, which is a normal position, the ball hitting your hand in this position is not an issue. If you do this, or you do this, or you do this, then those things form a deliberate action and you will be penalized accordingly. If a defender does this and it bounces here onto the hand, this is natural for balance. So just the same would not be penalized for this because it is not a deliberate handball.
As for those who aren't sure about what a silhouette position is, here is an explanation.
It is the outline of the body in a normal position, like a shadow, right? In a normal standing position. This is a normal standing position. You don't stand like this, like you're spreading like an eagle or like an aeroplane, right? So players who will do this to turn away, the hand is in a natural position, the ball strikes here, is nothing. But if it is away like this or like this, then that is not normal. Those are unnatural positions, not a normal silhouette position, and as such would be penalized as deliberate.
Additional changes approved include the goalkeeper having to have 1 foot on the line during a penalty kick.
The fact is that while this is a normal standing position, to move from a position forward or backward or to jump this standing 1 foot behind the other gives you that leverage for a quicker action. And this is what is taken into consideration. Where if the goalkeeper is in a starting position like a runner, getting ready, the runner don't stand up like this to move forward. No, the runner is like this. And this is the consideration why that has been brought into, to give the goalkeeper a better opportunity or an equal opportunity. The player can run up, but the goalkeeper is square, not fair. You can do whatever you want to do. Across, forward, but you must have 1 foot on the line at the moment the ball is kicked. After the ball is kicked, you can run past the ball if you wish. But at the moment of the kick, when the player touches the ball, 1 foot needs to be on the line, whether in a forward position or a backward position.
Time wasting with substitutions will now be a thing of the past, as the player leaving the field will be asked to leave at the nearest point.
The referee always had that option to have the player leave the field at any point on the field, because the law only spoke to where the player coming in. The substitute who is going to be coming in as a player must come in at the halfway line. That was the only stipulation as far as a position is concerned. But now, the reinforcement of this and putting it actually into law, it will be recognized by the players and coaches alike. And yes, it is in an effort to delay, to cut the delay of the restart. Time wasting, as we normally call it, but it is really delaying the restart. That's what they're doing to save time.
What if I'm on the far side? But that's where the opposing team, the hostile opposing fans are. And I'm forced to come off on that side to pass them. Isn't that some way of endangering the player?
There's a practical side of refereeing, right? And this is something that we have to teach. You hear about common sense. Well, we don't want to talk about common sense because sometimes the cliche is that it is not so common. So we're talking about the practical application of the laws. And if this is happening, then the referees have to be smarter and will act accordingly. And the coaches also, and the players, they also have to bear that in mind. And it is an important point to make that referees must be aware of 2 things. One, if there's hostility, do you want the player to probably face endangerment? That's something that you have to consider. And secondly, when the player who is coming out leaves the field, the referee normally waits until the substitute, who is now the new player, gets into the position before restarting. So there's no dislocation with the players in their position or respective positions.
Free kicks will be better examined, as opposing players will no longer be able to join the defensive wall, causing problems for defenders.
Oftentimes at a ceremonial free kick, which is where the referee says, all right, wait on the whistle, put the players 9.15, the attacking players back up right onto the defending players. And people pushing, people stepping on other people's foot, that kind of thing. Now there will be some amount of distance. Just like at a throw-in, you have to be 2 meters away to allow a throw-in. In the same way, the attacking players will only be allowed to be a particular distance away for clear separation, so that we avoid these problems that occur at free kicks, the wall during free kicks.
So the days of an attacking player standing
in the wall will go away.
That will not be again.
Or stand on the foot of the defender, which is what they do oftentimes. Correct.
So he will not be there anymore.
There will be a distance that the attacking players will have to observe.
Who will benefit from this?
Both teams will benefit. Because the defending players won't be agitated to cause, a strike or a kick, and the attacking players won't be on the receiving end of these strikes or kicks. That happens from time to time.
In a situation when the ball hits the referee, the game will stop and restart with a drop ball.
Because we have seen a direct turnover in an attacking mode where the team is attacking, the referee gets caught and it deflects, and there's a counter attack which ends up in a goal. Right? So while the referees are part of the game, we don't want referee to be in the game and to be an object which causes an unfair advantage to any particular team.
Still to come on Centre Circle. O ye of little faith, not many at the Federation gave the Reggae Girls a chance. And will there be another female parish FA president after Lorraine Scringer?